reading the parsha that when the Jews began to proliferate at unbelievable numbers, Shisha Bekeres Achas, 6 children every litter, every birth was 6 children. So Paro became concerned. Maybe this will be a 5th column developing, and ultimately they'll join with their enemies and drive them out of the land. So initially he had summoned the Jewish midwives, which the Torah identifies who they were. They were the head midwives of all the Jews. One was Shifra, one was Pua. Shifra is Yocheved. Pua is Miriam. Why was she called Shifra? Zimar explains, and Rashi cites Chazal, she mishaperes es avlad, she would beautify the child after it was born, to cleanse the child, to beautify the child. Pua, this is Miriam, she would calm the child. After the child is born, the child's agitated, she would calm the child. And he summons them, says, I want you to kill the male children born to the Jewish women. That's what I'm asking you to do. When you see them on the birth stool, you should kill them in a way where it will be not obvious why they died. So the Torah tells us, the midwives, because they feared Hashem, they did not do as the king of Egypt had spoken to them. But not only did they not kill the children, Rashi cites Chazal, they actually fed them, they gave them water, that they should be fully healthy. They defied his decree, his dictate. So there's a question which we've discussed in the past. If Yocheved is Shifra and Pua is Miriam, what does the Torah identify them? By their responsibility as midwives, that Yocheved, she cleanses, she beautifies the child, and Miriam calms the child. Say the 2 Jewish midwives, Shem Achas Yocheved, Shem Hashem is Miriam. Why we identify them by their vocation in the specific responsibility within the role of midwife? Why? Why does the Torah identify them? Why were they called that? And the Torah concludes, Vatirena Amiyaldus Elokim. But the midwives, they feared God, and therefore they didn't listen to his dictate. If the Torah tells us that this was their vocation, that was their specific area of responsibility, do you know what it means to oversee the birth of tens and tens of thousands of children? And this is your responsibility, to beautify the child, to cleanse the child, or to calm the child. So we have to say clearly that to be able to be dedicated to such a degree, it's just part of your makeup, your emotional makeup, to be committed to such a degree. You have to have selfless dedication and selfless love to be dedicated to such a degree, to assume such a level of responsibility. So what would be if Chasu Shalom, Paro would say to Yocheved, kill your ben Yochid, kill your only child? Could a mother listen, regardless who tells her this? She couldn't listen to this. She would say, I prefer you kill me before you kill my child. If a woman is dedicated to the birth of Jewish children to such a degree that she cleanses them, she beautifies them, and she loves them as much, no less than she loves her own. So why would they not heed the decree or the dictate of Paro? Because they can't. Because she's Shifra and she's Pua. That's the reason why they can't. Because her essence is Shifra and her essence is Pua. What the Torah is telling us, regardless of what they are in terms of their essence, but why did they not follow and heed his dictate? But Terenas Hamielis is Elokim. They overrode that, had nothing to do with their emotional attachment to the children. The reason why they served, they could not accept his decree or listen to his dictate, because they feared Hashem. Because the fear of Hashem was the ultimate. Nothing else mattered. Therefore, they had no difficulty rejecting and turning a deaf ear on what his dictate was.